I'll start us off. So we have been friends since high school, the three of us. And this thing is bigger than the three of us. So you guys who are watching, you will get to know a lot more people in the coming however long we do this, and we plan on doing this for however long.
Exactly.
So yeah, we came together in high school. We've all had a passion for video games, and that's what brought us together. Hence the name Mighty Jade Empire. So if it sounds corny to you, it could be corny, but it's what got us together and more. However, we take pride in being individuals with our own individual ideals and collectives. And what we believe collectively is that when you put so many differences together, it makes a beautiful explosion. And that's what we're here to do is entertain you guys and just let you see what we have to offer. I know there's a lot of podcasts, a lot of shows and things out there, but I truly believe that you're not going to see something like this with the differences that we bring. So, Jay, you want to jump in there?
That's what's up. No doubt. My name is, as you can see, Justin Love. I'm the DJ of the group. Like you said, we all met in high school. We were friends for God knows how many years. Uh, I remember I brought Eugene into the group soon after I met Anthony, and yeah, we just jumped off from there. But yeah, to extrapolate on that, we started off as Jade. There was four of us, and then the Empire is what we became after that because there are so many facets, so many people, so many opinions, so many elevated opinions. Let me put it that way
Mm-hmm.
because there's so many intelligent and intellectual people in our group, and you will definitely meet them sooner probably than later. And
Right.
I'm actually looking forward to that. This is going to be good. This is going to be hot.
Real
I'm
good.
digging this. Uh,
To give you guys an idea, real quick, not to jump in there, Justin, but I just want the people to realize if you're familiar with the Wu Tang Clan, that then that's pretty
Nothing
much
be where nothing to
the
be fucked with.
yeah the closest thing I could say. We are a bunch of guys, not just the three of us, and we're so different in many ways, but collectively we form an empire.
yep.
And you know,
Like
but
we said, we formed like Voltron with one arm.
you ain't lying. So, Eugene, you want to say some stuff to the people
Well, as y'all
about
know, I'm Eugene. Go by the name of Black Dragon 79 on
It'd be
PlayStation
great
Network
if
and
we could
Xbox
see
Live.
you.
right?
That is really cool story. My picture's right there for the world to see. That's what I look like. The guy with the hat on.
Facts.
Anyway, I met Justin back in I believe the tail end of ninth grade, going into the 10th grade year. We just had to be sitting at the same lunch table one day talking about Street Fighter 2. He
Sounds about
challenged
right.
me, went to his house, got washed, and we've been friends ever since.
I knew he was gonna say that.
Look, he's got to hold on to them victories. He doesn't have much.
Yeah, man, you got washed.
Well, another cool thing about today is if you guys could see,
Let's not make it a sad occasion.
we're all wrestling fans as well,
Oh,
and I got
indeed.
my Seth freaking Rollins, the Kingslayer.
So there will be
So,
some wrestling talk in this podcast. So be
oh
prepared.
yeah,
Oh, I got my opinions of tonight's show,
Oh, you and me both, brother.
which is not a good opinion at all.
well,
we right.
what's crazy. I just heard today that I didn't know this. I heard this. I heard WrestleMania has been taped for like 2 weeks already.
Yeah,
I
everything
didn't
up
know
till
that.
now
Yeah.
has been taped.
Yeah, I didn't know that.
The major change because apparently there was. I saw this last night. There was a taped opening between Roman and Goldberg that was supposed to air last night, but
Okay.
because of the last minute change, they just didn't air it at all. And
Oh, cool.
I do say this: I was watching Steven Larson on YouTube, and shout out to them and their podcast and their show. Um, I just found it lazy that they didn't even attempt to make it a storyline thing. They just said, and at WrestleMania, facing Goldberg will be Braun Strowman. Like,
Yeah, and you know what's
okay,
crazy? Yesterday, my son asked me. He said, "Oh, what are you most excited about for WrestleMania?" And the sad thing is, and mind you, I watched SmackDown late last night, or maybe this morning, late last night, and I said, I'm so excited to see who Goldberg's gonna go against. Now it's not Roman Reigns, and I got no story.
yeah,
I'm like,
they gave us
really?
nothing. Just,
not
Yeah,
just
not a
put, just
damn
drop and
thing.
drag Braun Strowman.
yeah, that's pretty sad.
So
But
yeah, that was pretty weak. The
what
one
I
thing
hope
I'm
though,
looking forward
Braun.
to the most
Mhm.
is the Bray Cena match because they pretty much touched on what they're gonna do at WrestleMania or SmackDown last night, and that was
Mhm.
sick.
Yeah,
That
I
was
didn't even watch
nuts.
SmackDown last night.
I heard they're gonna that's gonna be a really good or not. I heard they was gonna spend they're spending a lot of money on the set for that. So I
Yeah, that
heard
one's
that
gonna be like
Firefly
mad
Funhouse.
cinematic. It has to be.
Yeah.
So I'm looking forward to that match. Gene, are you looking forward to anything particular during WrestleMania?
Hmm. Only match I'm really looking forward to is Shayna Baszler versus Becky Lynch.
That's
Okay.
probably my most second match I'm
You you
excited
you,
for.
you, you want to know what match I'm not looking forward to?
What's that?
Brock.
Yeah,
Well, no, I think.
who,
See, here's
Brock
my
versus
thing.
Drew McIntyre.
I
Drew's
don't
not gonna
think
go
that's
over
going to be a
tonight.
straight wash. I
Drew's
think it's
not
going to
going
be a
over tonight,
decent match.
unfortunately.
But this is what I'm hoping for, and I'll be honest with you.
Okay.
I feel like with this whole pandemic we're going through, that it's going to affect the outcome of a lot of stuff because we don't know if they've taped anything past WrestleMania. At least
Well,
not that
that's
I've
what's
read.
scary. That's what when I was talking last today when I found out. That's what scared me because, dude, I like wrestling and I'm even cool with the little cheesy wrestling we're getting right now. Like I'm watching and like, yeah, it's no
Yeah, I'm
crowd,
actually
but
watching it.
it's still wrestling. Yeah, and they've been doing a good job with the camera angles. But I heard that they possibly might take a break. I'm like, what?
Well, that's the thing. So this is what I'm thinking. You got
I'm not opposed to it.
like high end people like Brock Lesnar. I could see him losing to Drew McIntyre just for the simple fact that it's Brock Lesnar. He doesn't show up half the time anyway.
Hmm.
So I could easily see him losing the belt, going home to chill with his family, getting away from people, and and the sheer possibility of catching Corona and shit. And no, real talk. The same thing with a lot of these high end people. Like Roman, obviously he got out early, and understandably, like anyone who's giving Roman heat, because that's what I heard. The last thing I
Right.
read as
Only
far as that was is that
he gotta be an asshole to get mad at him
can
for thinking about his
okay,
health first.
you're right.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. But the WWE is not speaking on it and letting Roman take all the heat. WWE hasn't commented on Roman not being in the match at all. Now,
That is
obviously, we
true.
all know, Roman coming back from fighting leukemia and whatnot. He has a compromised immune system. You and Eugene, you and I know that life quite well. You know,
Mm-hmm.
dealing what we deal with. So, for Roman to
That's
pull
right,
out,
Mike.
I have no issue with that. By all means, please do protect yourself. Um, you know, and I'm hoping that they honestly let Braun take it because
Yeah, man.
Goldberg is another one who is not main roster. So like him holding on to the belt makes what sense?
Right.
None.
Yeah. So when this is all said and done, and we do get back to business as usual, Braun comes back champ, which is a great match for him and Roman because Roman we've seen what their matches look like. They're amazing. Um, Drew McIntyre comes back a champ, and these dudes that are, not main roster can go chill.
Yeah, I agree. I feel like use them now because because WrestleMania is the show of the mortals. So
Right.
have it like the Brock Lesnar, obviously a Brock Lesnar match for Mania. It's a given. Goldberg, but it's still Goldberg. They let him. He's going off the high of beating Bray when Bray couldn't be defeated by seven curb stomps from Seth.
Right.
Oh, that pissed me off
Kingslayer.
so much.
But
That pissed me off so much.
but yeah, so yeah, I mean, but yeah, utilize those guys to push some other guys. Like Braun hasn't yet. I feel like when Braun was the highest of his peak, they should have gave him the belt. This I call it the Ryback effect. You have that guy up here, and you just don't give it to him, and then stuff. Eventually, people are gonna be like, "All right, man, we're watching you because we're all behind you. Want you to see you get the belt, become a big star." And it never happened, and then we lose interest, and you go down.
Right.
And Braun,
Right.
a lot of people lost interest. So I feel like, dude, give give it to him.
Yeah. Yeah. Definitely. Definitely.
Yeah.
So
Um.
on a
Yeah.
whole, I'm not expecting a whole lot from WrestleMania.
Right.
Just keeping it real. Like I
Well.
talked about the few matches I'm looking forward to. But yeah, I'm probably on the same page as Eugene. I'm not expecting it to be. Now, here's the thing. I could be completely wrong because here's the other side of that coin. The other side of that coin is this is an amazing opportunity to make all of WrestleMania Mania incredibly cinematic.
Yes.
Because,
Yes.
sure, we watch live shows all the time. We know what these people are capable of. So they can make WrestleMania just a little bit more story driven and it could be epically cinematic. And that would
So
actually be mad cool.
here's what's cool. I literally was talking about this morning. I said lately, people promos, man, because they've been getting like Kevin Owens. Edge was
They've
going.
had to step their game up.
Edge was going on for a minute. You know what a friend of mine said to me this morning? He said, "What? Some I don't remember who it was, but one of the wrestlers said sometimes they do promos, and when the audience scream what or CM Punk or whatever, they lose their train of thought and it
Right.
doesn't go the way they want it to. But with no audience, they're just giving it to you how they planned it, and
Yeah.
prepared it.
And they're
And I
cutting
think it's
some
showing.
crazy stuff. Like I remember
Yeah,
a couple weeks ago when Bray, oh my God, when Bray was in the ring with John, that was nuts.
yeah,
That was incredible. We're talking Oscar worthy performances here. Like these cats are going in. Kevin Owens, he went in. Just
he
you
went
mentioned
in.
Edge.
Yeah,
Amazing. Like, yeah, they are putting out amazing stuff when it comes to these promos. So
right.
yeah, I'm looking forward to see what else they do.
Now, here's what's cool what you said with cinematics. Remember, right? So when people go to wrestling and they sit in the seats, it's certain stuff they can't see that's on camera that we can
Right.
see from home. Now, everyone is going to be able to see that. Like, when they got the little stuff in the ear and all that, that
Right,
only we
right.
can
The
see.
augmented reality stuff
Yeah,
and
like they could just add a bunch of
they could
extra
take it there.
things.
I mean, if they
It,
wanted to, and I was joking around with my girl, I was joking around with Mary, talking about how they can make it like a video game. When people get put in specials, they can go into slow motion, and the whole screen could shake and like, and they can just
yeah,
be stupid with it. And I'd love
and
it. I'd
think
eat it
about it.
up.
And if they recorded this all 2 weeks ago, they got 2 weeks of editing. They could just
Exactly. They
yeah.
could go in and exactly.
Yeah, what's your thoughts, Gene, on WrestleMania overall?
Boy, it's gonna be a hard pill to swallow, especially watching this whole event with no crowd interaction.
It was funny actually. I'm glad you mentioned that because that very first episode of SmackDown with no crowd, me and
Right.
Mary are sitting there like, oh my god, like the crowd is like a character in and of itself.
Yeah, to a
I haven't
point.
watched I haven't watched SmackDown since then.
No, well, here's the problem. It got better. It got a lot better.
It
Like
did.
last Friday, not yesterday, but last Friday was the first day me and Sandy was sitting there watching it. And usually we're playing on our phones and stuff. We was actually into it because they got better with the camera angle. So when I talked to my friend this morning, I'll shout his name out, Kevin. Um, what he was saying, because he listened to all the dirt sheets and all that stuff. He was saying that WWE first three shows with no audience was kind of bad. And then AEW did their first show with no audience, and the camera angles was really good. And then
Right?
WWE realized, like, oh, we need to start zooming in closer. Don't make it wide out so you can see too much in the background. And it's actually been pretty good for me ever since they got their camera work together.
That's what's up.
So,
Let me give a quick shout out to someone in the chat. Yo, Primal. Thanks a lot. I appreciate that. We gonna be talking here for a while, so tell your friends to come on through, watch the chat, watch the podcast.
oh yeah,
Let's see. Hold on. But also weird audio from Black Dragon. Yo, someone's saying you're getting weird audio from Primal saying you're getting weird audio from your mic, Gene.
What type of audio you talking about?
Your audio. You say it's coming through weird. Oh, it's clipping. Maybe you shouldn't use that headset.
uh, yo, I'm gonna share your link. So here's the thing we gotta get to. Should I?
Can Primal describe the audio he's talking about? Because I don't hear on my end.
You said it's
Justin, can
clipping.
Well,
you hear it?
because coming no, I heard it earlier. He's right. Coming through the
No, it's Anthony's mic.
Oh, he says it's Anthony's mic.
Oh, my
Of
mic.
It's
course,
clipping.
yeah, of course it would be his mic.
Why would it
Wow.
be his mic? He's using
Yeah, I got me one.
just check it in the
Sign with-
Zoom in
Yeah,
the
check
in
it
the
out.
Zoom settings.
See, I thought Zoom
Oh,
was
is
an
it?
app.
Is
It's
it?
basically a website.
See, Eugene.
Well,
Apparently, you
'cause
didn't
can
know what you was
Zoom,
talking
you can do it
about.
through an app or through the internet.
Yeah.
But
Now on the
yeah, just
PC, is there an app?
yeah, there's an app. There's an Android app.
I'm talking about. Is there a PC app for it?
Yeah, that's what I'm using.